more like a this live more like a video rather than a live screen. Okay, so y'all already see the title of this. I'm gonna wait till the 2 minute mark. So if you watching this replay, come well, fast forward this to the 2 minute mark. That will give people time that want to get the live feed to come in. Okay, so go ahead and fast forward it to the 2 minute mark, because that's where we will start talking about what's going on, what the do's and the don'ts is for a chicken coop or a chicken brooder. And yeah, so 2 minute mark, and then I'm gonna start. So I'll just speak to people coming in for the next pretty much almost minute and 5 seconds. Okay, hey PNG, welcome, thank you for coming in, I appreciate it. A minute and 10 seconds, so we are almost to the 2 minute mark. Y'all come in, if y'all hit the thumbs up button, I really appreciate it. It does help out the channel. It does help YouTube, recommend this live screen or whatnot. So I would appreciate it if y'all would hit the thumbs up. I know I have some people that will come in and they don't want to do that because they just want to be lookers. Sea Breeze, hey. We almost there. 2 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I've been dealing with chickens, quails, ducks, all that stuff for a while now. I've learned a lot. I'm not an expert, but I have learned a lot for as having now growing up, there was chickens and stuff around and stuff. I'm not new to them, but as for having them in my adult life, okay, I have learned a lot. All right, so y'all know I have rotated and did different things different ways, had different setups, until I finally found something that's gonna work for me. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go over some of the things that I have learned when it comes to having chicken coops and brooders. Okay, so y'all know my go-to for a brooder has been the tote bin where we cut out the top and we put the wire. Okay, with those, I have told you, whether it's chickens, quails, ducks, whatever, you have to clean those. The ammonia smell is rough, and we will have them in the garage. Okay, due to what happened to my hens, okay, that just really made room for me to do what I had been wanting to do, with me having different things here on the Amazing Grace homestead that we was gonna be raising or whatnot. So it really just opened everything up. I said, okay, here's this time where I don't want to do brooders no more. I don't want to do well, I can't say the traditional brooder. I don't want to do the type of brooder that I've been doing, because you got to constantly clean them. And when I tell you, it's very important to clean them. You will give your chickens and stuff respiratory infection if you don't, okay? And other diseases and stuff. So one thing I will say, I always tell y'all when we're talking about chickens, I know a lot of people is getting baby chicks, and a lot of y'all is first time chick owners and all that. Make sure, I cannot stress this enough, I try to tell y'all in every video, wash your hands. If you have kids, wash your hands. I don't care if the chickens are grown, they still hold that salmonella. It's a risk of salmonella, okay? But baby chicks, the kids want to have them and put them in and help. Even the adults, they so cute, don't kiss on them, okay? I see people kissing on baby chicks and chickens in general. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. But for a baby chick, the baby chick, normally they ship baby chicks right when they hatch. They start fulfilling orders, because you have about a 2-day window span that before the chick need food and water, because it's absorbing the yolk. Okay, so that's how that works for anybody that's new. Okay, so that's why chicks are able to survive being at least about 2 days. You really don't want to go that longer. I have had chicks that got messed up in the mail system and they was like 3 or 4 days out. It was cold and I lost them, so I had to get them replaced. When they got to me, they was dead. I think I only had one alive one time. But that's for those of you that is getting chicks. Okay, now let's get to the brooder setup. Like I say, I normally would do the brooder where I take a tote bin, cut the top, put the kill that real quick till I finish this live. Stop until I finish this live. Make sure they hear me. Okay, so I've done it. So let me just give you different brooders that people do. They have the brooders where you can build them out, or you can buy them where they have the tops, the lid, like you could pull the lid up or whatnot. Now, when you do that, normally people put heat lamps in them. For one, chickens, ducks, quails, whatever, need a cool down area. If you got a brooder and it's blazing with heat lamps, and there's no area for, if the chickens get too hot, they can move over here, you're going to eventually have some nuggets. Okay, and I don't want nobody to waste their money and end up with chicken nuggets. Okay, they can get too hot. All right, and they need to move away from the light. But if you got a light here and a light here in the same brooder, or too big of a light of a heat lamp, that can be too much heat. Okay, another thing, if you have a closed in, you never see me with a closed in brooder where I have the heat lamp and then I got a lid on it. Yes, you can have ventilation and stuff, but if you're not careful and you're not cleaning that coop, and that ammonia builds up from their poop, that throws off gases. And you already got shavings and stuff in there. You already got all the recipe for a fire. Those heat lamps gets hot. Okay? That's not saying it will happen, but that's a recipe for a fire. It has happened. It can happen. Not saying it will happen to you. Okay? That's why I always do brooders where I just have the metal top. Okay, not the ones. Now, those same brooders where you have like the top door that opens up, it's hard to clean. It's hard to clean. If you ain't got no floor on it that's gonna lead to the ground, or a tray to pull out, it is hard to clean. Okay, some people prefer to put a wire bottom as the flow and raise it up, and then have a tray under it, so when they pull the tray out, they can dump the tray, add another tray, or add the same tray under there. But ammonia from their urine and stuff, their poop, it eats away stuff. So you have to make sure that you buying a brooder. If you go for like the wood brooders or something like that, you gotta buy one that's gonna be able to take that type of poop and stuff, that's not gonna eventually erode it, I guess you could say. So that's something else you need to look into. That's why I do the tote bins. But I'm gonna take y'all in right now in a few minutes and show y'all the new setup. I will not use brooders anymore. No more tote bins, nothing. I'm all about making it easier. Making it easier. I have went years where I have cleaned out brooders every other day. That's a lot of work. I'm all about making it easier as I can. Okay, easier as I can. And that's what we all want to do. We want to make things easier and not hectic, not hard. All right. Another thing, when you're using heat lamps for baby chicks, buy the guard. They normally the heat lamp itself, if you get it from Tractor Supply, it should have a guard on it. That's that wire thing. It's on mine. I got one in there with it on there. If those baby chicks fly up to that heat lamp, they're gonna get burned. If there is no guard, the guard is there to keep them from making contact so much. Now through the little, I always say through the little, how the rails is, I mean, maybe a feather may could touch the thing, but not to the extent to where it flying up and they back going straight onto that heat lamp. If you got baby chickens, make sure you buy one that has a guard. Tractor Supply has the lamps, and I'll show y'all in here for y'all that's new. Buy one with a guard, okay? You do not want to burn your chickens, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna show you the complete setup, because I was gonna show y'all the other day on live, but my phone was going out. And I'm gonna show you and explain to you why I'm doing it the way. Can you compost quail waste like you can chicken waste? Yes, you can. Some people raise quails just to sell their poop. Yes, you can. All right, so let me take y'all off of here. Let me change my shoes. And we're about to go in here, okay? So this is the way I have them set up now. All right, so I will not be using brooders anymore. Easy way, easy way. So when I get my baby chicks, all right, I'm probably gonna move this cage. I have this cage because it's not on stands. I have it on bricks. But you see, my quails, they poop, and their poop is going straight down on the ground. This cage is not heavy at all. All I gotta do is raise this cage up, scoop that poop, throw some boron lime, some diatomaceous earth done, put the cage back on there, and I never have to touch the quails. All right, when I get my baby chicks, more baby chicks, I'm gonna have them in this spot because I have a heat lamp. Now you probably like, MGL, ain't no guard on that heat lamp. Well, my quails can't get to that heat lamp because they're in a cage. So you need this when you got them in a brooder and you got the heat lamp inside the brooder. It would be nice to have one of these. Normally they'll fly up and hit this rather than them flying up and hitting that heat lamp, directly on. So you just hope don't now grow, fly in there, but it still helps. So that is what I'm doing from here on out. If I get baby chicks or something in the winter months, all I gotta do is put some plastic on the front of this coop, and that'll keep them warm. I can let this down as low as I want to or whatnot from different angles, and they'll stay warm. That's how I'm doing it. This will be like, since I got actually I can do it on each side because I got heat lamp. I can run it on each side. But either way, baby chicks will be put in these cages. Now one more thing. When I get my baby chick, I don't have one like that. A baby chick probably could get through there if he squeezed enough. All you do is take chicken wire. I had one that was like that. Chicken wire, and you can go around the cage, okay? You go around and you could cut it, and these cages don't have to be changed. They don't. Once you do it and proof it like that, you don't have to. You can go around it and just do an extra protection so can't now squeeze out. Kind of like right here. We had did that because we had cut that out for a feeder thing, and it didn't work, so we just put some wire there. These cages is about 4 years old. Somebody asked me, where did I get these pens from? I think I got these pens from PetSmart. I think I got them from PetSmart. These are where my meat birds is in now. So once you come from being a baby chick and you got a little bigger or whatnot, you go in my grow out pen. Okay, you go in my grow out pen. Um, and then since I know these will only be here for 10 weeks, and then we'll butcher them, that's perfect for them. So I have 11 in each one. All right. So somebody said, what kind of cage is that? If you're talking about this, it's like a playpen. It was like a playpen. I know I got it, like I say, 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4, between 3 and 5 years ago. I think it was Pet Smart, because you can have them circle or whatnot. And all we do is, I told y'all, zip ties should be on every homestead. We zip tie everything. Hard wire to give it a top. And yeah, and you can use those. This was actually what I used when I first got chickens. I think 2022. When I first got chickens, I didn't have no coop and stuff. Those of you that's been following me, you know I made a way out of a carport thing, and I used these. My chicken was actually in my garage. I had almost grown chickens in my garage in these pens, and we still got these pens. So that's the same for this one. So when I started breeding my quails and I hatched the eggs, then I have these labeled, you know, what is what. And I'm gonna buy some more of these is like rabbit pens or something. You can get them from Tractor Supply. I'm sure PetSmart have them. They're like for small animals or whatnot. And you can get, so I'm gonna have at least 3 more in here. So I have the babies, and then you'll graduate to another stage, where then I'll be sorting you. And then I have a pen for the ones that's just for my eggs. And then I have a pen with the male and about 5 or 6 hens in there. And then I'm gonna get another pen that has little compartments in it for my extra males, because I don't want to keep males together. It'll be a bloody mess. For quails, that's for quails, okay? Probably chickens too, but I know quails, males will fight each other. So that's my plan with that. But that is what I turned this into. It's pretty much a grow out pen. Ain't gotta worry about brooders no more at all, because these will be my brooders from now on. As long as that heat lamp is there, it's gonna keep them warm. These was a little cooler because I had a couple small ones, and I just said, okay, I'm gonna run another heat lamp out here, because I had this one was sitting over my plastic brooders that I had my Cornish hens in. So I ran this one right here. Time I plugged it up and put it at this height, they start running around. When chickens are huddling, they cold. When they out around going different ways, they fine. So they was huddling, so I put them in there. But quails can take a lot of cold, because them quails was about 4 weeks when I put them out here. About 4 weeks. I had some about 4 weeks in there, and we got down to the 30s, and the heat lamp wasn't on, and they made it. Okay, so quails, they very strong. They very strong. But that is all I can think of for is my do's and don'ts for a chicken coop or a brooder. Be very, very careful, because these heat lamps and stuff can start a fire. You gotta have a cool down area for the chicks in case they get too hot. Okay, that goes for your chickens, your ducks, your quails. We had ducks, and I followed the same thing I do with my chickens. Only thing is, I feed the ducks, of course, game bird feed. I don't feed them chicken feed. They require more protein. That would be the only thing. But I did them the same way. Especially ducks really don't need to get too hot. They like water too much. They don't need to get too hot, okay? So keep that in mind when you're getting them. The kids been asking me for ducks. I can't bring myself to get no more ducks, for the fact that they messy. They messy, and you need to think about that when you have them in a brooder. You'll need to clean a brooder almost every day, okay? But I know every 2 days at least, or it starts to get very raunchy in there, and depending on the type of brooder you have, it could be a lot of work. So that's why I decided to go with this. And anybody can do this. You can get a 10, y'all know my favorite 10 by 10 dog kennel that's got the roof on it, not the shade cloth, the actual roof, like that one right there. We'll go over here for all my beginners. And you can take these little kennels and you can do this same thing in one of those. Have it for different stages, or whatnot. Now I'm not gonna go in details, but y'all know what I told you, what happened to my whole flock, and we was able to save 9. So I moved them over here, and then I used that for the grow out. We got to come in here and put some diatomaceous earth and some barn lime down, but they are doing so good. Okay, one thing about these chickens, when I had the, what was it, my dust bath pool for them, they never used it. They wanted to lay eggs in it. So I have this pool in it with just some shavings for the eggs. But when I put the diatomaceous earth and the barn lime down, you see these little holes, look like little swanks. Let me go in. What they do is they like to dust bathe in that. Move back. Move back. Let me in. All right. You see these little, like little swanks, little whatever? They did that. They was out here yesterday. He's like right here. Once I put diatomaceous earth and stuff in it, that's what they like to dust bathe. I ain't mad with them. That's what you want to dust bathe at? Dust bathe. By all means. I ain't mad with them. So all I do is put the pool in. They don't want to lay in a nesting box. They want the pool. I got 3 eggs so far. They want the pool. And so that's how it is. I have to tarp the rest of this, but we didn't. We got wire back there, but we didn't because you want some ventilation and all that type of stuff. But I tarped this side on the outside because, you know, if it rain or something, it gives them an area to go this way in case the rain is trying to come in. It gives part of the roosting bar, you know, for them. Look at this one right here. Of the roosting bar and all that. So it gives them an area that's cool, you know, in case it gets too hot or whatnot. So I don't have a light or nothing out here because they grown. They grown. They don't need, you know, any of that. Look at us. What was she just doing? I don't even know. I don't even want to know. But that is, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Summer, thank you. So that is my setup. That is my take on the do's and don'ts for y'all that's new for your chicken coop, your brooders. I hope y'all pay attention to some of the stuff I said. Be careful with those heat lamps. Make your brooders work for you, because I have been there and done it, and you will have a lot of work on your hands if you don't get a good solid idea and an easier way to clean it. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Let me turn y'all around. I hope this was helpful to anybody that's getting chickens, or whatnot, or maybe new to it. I hope this information was helpful. Do as you wish. Do what's best for you. I'm just here just to give you some advice. Just to give you some advice, let you know what I've had to deal with and the different changes and stuff that I've had to do. It is literally a process. It's a process of seeing what works for you, and I'm all about the easier way when it comes, because I have cleaned my share of poop since 2022. Like I say, I had chickens in the garage in those playpens with shavings, born lime, diatomaceous earth, all that stuff right in that garage, okay? So, yeah, y'all seeing all this smoke back here. So, let me get off of here, y'all. Let me see, do I want to? I know I got some work to do out here in Amazing Grace, so, I don't know if I'm gonna go live over there and film it. I may, since it's work, because if I film it, I mean, I'm just gonna be adding extra work to me. So give me about 5 minutes. Those of you that's for the garden, go over to Amazing Grace Garden, and I'll be going live over there. I got some more stuff to plant, and we're gonna be doing some cleanup, some weed eating, and really just finishing it up out here. So I'll go over there and plant this stuff, the rest of the stuff that I have. So if you want to be motivated and just watch us work, that will be the channel to do. So probably less than 5 minutes, but at least 5 minutes. If y'all on that channel and you don't get a notification, just go on, head over to Amazing Grace Garden, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live screen here. I will see y'all in the next one, hopefully on Amazing Grace, if it's God's will, okay? Love y'all. Bye.